Hi everyone! This is about the Apple River stabbing trial. It's an illustration showing where people were and how things were unfolded. Please follow and comment on my videos. This is the Apple River in Somerset, Wisconsin. Here in the green circle is a group of teen boys on the float trip. This circle represents the area where the Apple River stabbings took place. The man in red is named Nick, and he is the one on trial this week for the stabbing death of one and the attempted murder of 4 others. There is video taken by one of the boys in the group, and that angle of view at the start of the video takes place here. Here's a clip of Nick charging at the boys who were just sitting in their tubes. Now this recording of the video started because Nick was acting strange around them beforehand. The group saw him snorkeling and tried to ask him questions, but he didn't answer or respond. Other than that, he just stared at them. They started to mock him with words, and this infuriated Nick, so he charged them in an act of intimidation. Personally, I think he was feeling for his knife before he charged them, with the thought of puncturing their tubes in retaliation. Back at the river, here's an overview of how the groups were located. Group 1 is the teenage boys. Over here to the left is Group 2. They are comprised of family members and friends who had a number of them stabbed and attacked by Nick when they came to assist the teenage boys. Group 3 is Nick's group, and this is where he came from. Zooming back in, we're going to follow what Nick did. After charging the boys, Nick had dropped his goggles and snorkel. He slowly meandered around to the front of the tubes after the teens had jumped out because of the charge. The teens started yelling and laughing at the stranger who just approached them without explanation. Group 2 takes notice and walks over to confront Nick with the boys, which is where the main incident takes place. This red dot represents the stabbing event that lasts less than 15 seconds. Afterwards, Nick begins to walk upstream towards his group. Partway up, he deviates and goes across the river to the riverbank, where he throws a knife into the brush. He then continues back to his group on the other side of the river. During the next 20 minutes, the injured are carried to the riverbank. Many bystanders try to help, including some nurses. Some of the injured and others helping make their way downstream to the bridge and exit onto the bank where police are starting to arrive. One of the last things to point out is, after 20 minutes, many police officers and EMS flood the river with personnel and sirens. Nick's group calmly, without saying a word to anyone, start floating down past them as nothing happened.